Where drones are the wings and eyes people need to fly high. Nothing is hidden above the sky. Be it an unusual rescue, fascinating phenomenon, or a mysterious sighting. So in this video, we are going to show you weird drone cam captures what no one was supposed to see. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Monk caught sunbathing on wind turbine. A California on vacation decided to test his new drone and how well he could fly it when his drone came across a Benedictine monk relaxing on a wind turbine. The monk, later revealed to be Brother Joseph Byron, was relaxing atop the Portsmouth Abbey School's wind turbine as he usually does when the drone zoomed in. Footage from the video shows Byron sprawled out on the turbine's flat surface, as with views of Narragansett Bay featured in the background. The drone owner must have portrayed it as a funny and strange sight, which is indeed it, as he posted it online. The viral video became a sensation instantly, as Byron also noted that alumni he hadn't spoke to in years were contacting him after seeing the video. Most people asked why he dared to climb such a tall turbine, which was installed in 2006, but Byron, in his defense, simply responded saying he enjoys the view. He also said he found the drone fascinating at first until it zoomed by a second time and stayed to capture him. Alligator leaps into air and catches a drone. As drones have become increasingly popular for getting unique aerial photos and videos, most photographers have incorporated them into their craft to get the best photos. A huge number of photographers also using them are wildlife photographers and videographers. But not all animals are often pleased with whirling noises moving closely around them. One such case is this alligator that caught a drone mid-air when it was busy filming it. In the video, you can see a drone flying very closely to a water body as the inquisitive alligator can be seen following it around. At this point, the alligator was probably disturbed by the noise from the drone, so as it kept hovering around, the alligator suddenly jumped in the air and caught the drone in its mouth. Rare wildlife footage: moose shedding its antlers. A discovery made by wildlife photographer who likes to capture wildlife images and video for fun. Derek, the fateful evening that led to his golden moment happened in the remote part of New Brunswick, when Derek was observed surveying maple and birch trees with a drone. As he observed the area, Derek noticed shapes that were dark against white landscape, which turned out to be 3 moose bedded down in a clearing. Immediately, the animals heard the drone whirling overhead and the animals began to stir. But Derek had his eyes on one of the bulls, which still had a full set of antlers on for stomping away. The moose suddenly began to wobble its body in order to shake off the snow from its hair. But as it shook its body, the antlers fell off alongside, which is an extremely rare and exciting moment that Derek captured on camera. It was like the lottery regarding wildlife photography. It doesn't get any better than fresh antlers. Curious chimp knocks a drone out of the sky. Having a noisy drone in our faces can sometimes be annoying for humans, just like the monk was when the drone caught him sunbathing on a wind turbine. That is the same way our closest relatives feel about it too. In fact, they sometimes develop an attitude towards it. Tushy, a clever chimpanzee at the Netherlands Zoo, had an interest in shreds after she was captured in video using a branch to take out a drone that got too close to her habitat. Footage obtained from the crushed unmanned aerial vehicle at Royal Burgesses Zoo in Arnhem showed Tushy laid an ambush on a platform with a long branch hidden behind her back, which he later used as a weapon, as the drone gets too close for comfort. Tushy lunges her weapon and swats the $2,000 noisy invader to the ground. Moments later, the footage shows Tushy as she rushed to observe it and pull off some propellers before finally losing interest and wandering off. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. The Loch Ness Monster spotted in drone footage. The Loch Ness Monster, also known as Nessie, is a mystical Scottish sea monster that has been ongoing for years, and now this new drone footage just proved that the iconic sea monster is still around. It all began with a British outdoorsman named Richard Mavor, who paddled through Scotland's Loch Ness for a long-distance charity canoe trip when he unknowingly captured footage of the fabled Loch Ness Monster. The last thing I want to do is make a Nessie claim, Richard Mavor said, as he is the most skeptical of people, but watching this footage, it seems quite true that there's something a bit strange in the water. The footage featured a long, thin form swimming beneath the water's surface, and Mavor didn't notice it until weeks later when he brought it to his attention by eagle-eyed viewers. Kangaroo attacks drone. Think we might agree that wild kangaroos are lovable animals that can also be temperamental. This video confirms it, as it shows the remarkable moment a kangaroo punched a drone getting too close around it out of the sky. The drones had been following a group of marsupials in Hunter Valley in New South Wales, Australia, when suddenly one of the animals decided enough was enough and retired the drone out of the air with a left hook. The weird drone footage shows the device buzzing toward the group of 7 kangaroos sitting in a field. As the drone moved closer to them, two curious kangaroos approached to see what the device was, with the fear of getting the drone damaged. The pilots backed the drone off for a while, but as it moved closer to inspect the marsupials again, one of them became impatient, taking matters into its own hands. As it came closer to the drone, hopping up to bat it away from the group. The pilot was unable to move fast enough as the swift kangaroo punched the camera with its left paw, causing it to fall from the sky. Ancient Ireland henge captured by drone. The unusual lack of rain coupled with the unexpected drone flight has revealed an ancient henge in Ireland's Boyne Valley. This discovery was peculiar because it was found during the worst drought in decades. If it weren't for the drought, the drone would have never discovered this archaeological landmark. Based on the conditions of the altered soil were one of the factors that revealed the location and exact configuration of the ancient henge. From the analysis done, the circular henge was probably constructed out of whole tree trunks, which were dug in the soil similar to posts. In the end, the woods began to rot and decay in place due to lack of maintenance. But as the tree trunks decomposed, they left more fertile and organic rich soil in place where the posts once stood. The hedge was discovered during a typical drone flight over the Boyne Valley. Bird attacks drone. Sometimes birds can be insecure when they see drones in the air, and some might even come in for an attack. That happened when a pair of Cairns filmmakers captured footage of Australia's second largest bird of prey attacking their drone. The drone operator Carl Talmadge said he and his mate were about to shoot a film for some YouTube channel, when the drone operator noticed the sea eagle just out of the corner of his eye. Suddenly, he saw the sea eagle approaching his drone. The drone gets a little higher and that bird gets in real close, and out of fear, the drone operator gets the machine back to their boat really quick. What do you think would have happened if they stalled? Drone captures circles of trees. All thanks to drones, the Miyazaki prefectural government captured a pair of mysterious circles made up of cedar trees at its forest management site. Miyazaki Prefecture is well known for Japan's enormous output of cedar trees and local gates. Cedar trees populate the Nishin city's forests. The mysterious circle trees are the results of a 45-year experimental forestry program by scientists who planted the local cedar trees to determine the effects of forest density on tree growth. The circle of cedar trees is now 69 meters in diameter, and there are 12 rounds of sequences in the circle. A man climbing a 1,500-foot broadcast tower. Now you probably see cell phone towers all over the place in everyday right. But have you ever wondered how the stuff at the top gets installed or maintained? As it turns out, it's usually someone who just straight up climbs the tower. A cell phone tower is typically about 200 feet tall, which is pretty high. But what about a 1,500-foot broadcast tower? You might be thinking that there must be some special way of doing maintenance on those, but no. It's the same story. Somebody very calm under pressure scales the entire thing to work on that equipment. It's basically a free climb as well. While the climbers do have some safety equipment, not a lot of the heavy-duty stuff is very heavy. A huge forest fire. We typically see dozens of forest fires threatening people and property every year, and they get larger and larger. While there's never a shortage of videos of wildfires, they're often taken from the ground or from a helicopter, which naturally can't get too close. On the other hand, drones might have similar problems to helicopters, like choppy air and visibility issues, but they can get closer and still be far more safe than a helicopter full of people. This clip looks like a standard nature video until the drone flies above the tree line, where you can see smoke on the horizon. When the drone moves in for a closer look, you get a sense of the breadth of the fire. A huge swath of trees burns and the smoke fills the sky. While the scale of this particular fire is not as big as some of the wildfires we've seen on the West Coast in recent years, it still looks enormous and gives a sense of scale for those massive fires. While these drone operators did specifically go out to film this fire, that's probably not the wisest idea. You shouldn't get too close to large fires of any kind. So that's it. Please like, share, and comment your thoughts below if you like this video. Remember to subscribe to see our next video. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.